Hey guys, it's the Loud Guys. Today we are going to react to the Spider-Man No Way Home hidden VFX secrets revealed. Like I have seen the Spider-Man No Way Home movie and we are uploading the scenes of Spider-Man No Way Home currently on our channel too, and that is an awesome movie. Like I loved watching the movie and the VFX in it was superb. Like I've not seen anything like it, and I'm hearing that this movie is getting a lot of Oscars for also, and getting nominated for Oscars for the VFX it has put in that movie. And now this new Rockstar channel has uploaded like the breakdown of the VFX effects and hidden secrets. So I would love to see, and I love to see behind the scenes of the movies, and this is the part of it, so I would love to watch it.
And I have also seen this movie, and to be honest, I love the whole movie. And this movie is produced by Columbia Pictures and Marvel Studios. And as you people know that how Marvel movies are, Marvel has made I think 27 movies, but I haven't seen them a lot. But Marvel movies are literally grossing all over the world, and I'm not that much a big fan of Marvel, but yeah, little bit of fan of Marvel. And I love and it is directed by John Watts, and I have seen this movie. And here the work of Tom is so nice, and yeah, I'm so excited to watch this scene. So let's.
Yeah, same here. So let's start.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Spider-Man No Way Home's Oscar-nominated visual effects are now getting a closer look thanks to behind-the-scenes interviews by the artists who worked on this film, proving how Tom Holland is really the little punk in the trampoline park dodgeball court who's impossible to hit. Stand still, little twerp. And now being revealed are all kinds of amazing little details that otherwise we never would have seen in this film that just make it love it even more. So I'm gonna break them all down. My favorite new detail comes up in the film's final battle in the shot where Andrew and Toby mask up and split up. Now, pre-VFX footage shows the shot when the camera glides away from the actors on the scaffolding, except notice they are pantomiming
they're not even wearing
pulling
the
their
mask.
masks over their faces. No actual masks in their hands. In the final
Wow.
shot, their masks were composited digitally. I
Wow.
still love it though, because the
Same.
smoothness and the timing of their gesture was just so perfect for two Spideys who have had to quickly mask up dozens or hundreds of times in their lives. And the costume designer, Sanja Milkovich Hayes, explained why this could not be done practically.
The mask, the intricate part of the costume, and they have skull caps that are molded to their heads, so they are not wearing it just over their bare head. Those are intricate to make it as tight as possible, not to add to any of the volume of the skull necessarily, but keep the shape and the profile. And then we have a special costume when they are
Incredible.
supposed to be without the mask. Then it's, as we call it, a turtleneck costume, and then they are in a costume without the hood. All those hoods have a frame for the eyes to literally snap into them, and there are different kinds of eyes.
And folks, I've tried it. It's not easy to do this quickly. I am amazing! But let's rewind to the
It's so
moment Peter
funny.
leaves the sanctum and the door's shut in his face.
Are you telling me that you didn't even think to plead your case with them first
This was a
before
funny
you asked me to brainwash the entire world?
I mean, when you put it like that, then
The movie's VFX supervisor, Kelly Port, revealed that on this day on the set, they only had the doorway of the sanctum and they had to composite the walls and the windows behind it down the
Oh
street.
my
He also
God.
pointed to the extras in the cars that you can see behind Peter further down the street.
Some of these pedestrians are digital pedestrians, and some of them are extras that were shot on blue screen. It's a combination of both.
And when you look at this scene in high definition, you can see how the two women closer to Tom look more lifelike, like extra shot on a blue screen, and indeed they do look a bit composited in the background there. But the other man walking away from us, further behind, super out of focus, is a CGI character. But again, the fact that we don't even notice this while we watch the movie
Most
is the
of the
point.
things are
They just
digitally
needed
created.
clouds and motion in the background to make the city feel like a city, and it totally works. Port also revealed that on the other end of this call, Flash Thompson at that MIT mixer was
I like
also a
his
composited
hair.
shot because Tony Revolori wasn't available, so they had to shoot him on a blue screen plate. So the fact that both sides of this phone call had to be reconstructed
Why
in some way
doesn't
with
Marvel do
VFX, when they
something
definitely
normally?
previously had a full sanctum edifice for other shots of the movie, plus Tony Revolori's scheduling issues with the MIT mixer setup, tell us that this whole phone call was probably part of reshoots after their main sets were dismantled and actors moved on to other projects. Which makes
Okay.
sense if you think about it. Peter getting from the sanctum to find the ABC on the bridge was all just a bit of rushed A to B exposition in that first act, and you can actually see where they inserted new ADR audio for Flash earlier on to set this up.
You guys didn't get in?
Yeah, because we're actually friends with Spider-Man.
Yeah. I better get going. There's a mixer for new admissions, and sorry, guys.
So that brings us to the bridge battle, which is most impressive to break down to learn how much of the stunts Tom Holland did himself. When he first lands on that pole, Kelly Port confirmed that Tom himself did that landing for reference, wearing his wrinkled suit, which Peter as a character was wearing underneath the armor the whole scene, and making it super wrinkled was apparently Tom's idea. Tom also did the drop from the overhang into the roll on the ground. And then later, this is insane, Tom did the
Seriously,
whole
it's
run
insane.
from Doc Ock's claws, springing off the hood of a car, running over to another car, kicking off from another car onto a trampoline.
Wow.
Trampoline.
You said what now?
And then flips, and then rolls, and then runs over to the ABC's car. And by the way, later in the movie, when Peter tries to escape Strange with the box, but then flips through a portal and lands on a moving car, and then flips off of that was another stunt that Tom did himself, practicing it over and over again with the Wire team.
Wow, man. Even though most of it is digitally created, still Tom Holland works so hard. and
Yeah.
He makes sure that he gives his best to the
Really, all of these stunts gave the film's VFX crew and the other actors a reference point so that Spider-Man in this movie, whenever we see him, would match Tom Holland's specific movement, his timing, his acting, his franticness that he plays everything with. It's just one of the things that has made his version of Spider-Man feel so authentic whenever we see him and so fun to watch. We know this is always the same kid. Yeah, I know I can seem kind of wound up as I'm going through these theories and Easter eggs. So to relax, I like having a nice glass of wine after a hard day. I especially like having a glass that someone else has done the work of picking out just for me. Well, Bright Cellars matches your preferences to the perfect wines from around the world. You take their simple 7-question quiz, and then they ship you a customized box of wine right to your door. Each box
nice.
comes with these cool wine educator cards that teach you all about the
Akram,
wine.
do
Here's
you
the box
drink?
I got this month. What do we got?
No, I don't drink, but
this month's box
this is nice.
includes
Thanks.
the Cabin 5. According to the card,
Do
this
you
empty
drink?
No,
bottle is
I
like a
don't.
rich strawberry jam with ripe fruit flavors contrasting beautifully with the notes of freshly cracked black pepper. Velvety texture with silky tannins. I think I'm just gonna walk
Actually, in
around the
India, you are
apartment with this
underage.
bottle. Like a pirate.
can't drink.
Pirate with great taste. I've received a bunch of boxes from Bright Cellars over
And
the
if
past
you
year,
drink,
and
then
based on my
your
feedback,
parents
they've
will beat
adjusted
you.
the wines that they send me every time I get something new. I always enjoy them. Their selection includes wines beyond your typical grocery
Sorry,
store wine
you
with
rock
sustainable
stars,
varieties
you cannot
and
buy a wine.
biodynamic wines. Bright Cellars is giving our viewers 50% off their first 6-bottle box.
you give
That's 6
100%
bottles
off,
for just
still we cannot buy it.
$45. Crazy good value. Support the channel by following
Of
the
your
link
first
to
6
take
bottles,
quiz and
the
get
offer is
started
very
today.
nice.
Yeah.
Kelly Port also pointed out how they had to change
can
the
buy
green
it,
route
you can,
sign to add
you can
JFK
give
Airport, even though this
to your
isn't
friends
on the sign
or
on the
your
Brooklyn Queens
relatives.
Expressway to indicate that that's where the ABC was headed toward. He also confirmed some of the Easter eggs that we spotted in the scene, the nod to Stan Lee's birthday on the taxi cab, the delayed Daily Bugle live feed on the girl's tablet, and the changing of the lights of Doc Ock's claws from red to blue to white throughout the film to signal his control over them. But also, as he wipes from the practical shots to the VFX, notice how the license plate numbers on the cars always change. Now, they shot this movie in Atlanta, so all these New York plates were custom made anyway, but they always swap out the numbers so that they can hide in their Easter egg codes, confirming the ones that I spotted, the anagram for Spidey's, and the nods to the debut comic issues of Doc Ock and Lizard. All these were not coincidental, my friends.
So
But then Kelly Port
minute
pointed out this
details.
shot,
Are you okay?
which is just a great example of multiple components working together. Paula Newsome's terrified performance because she did not like being suspended like this. And then in the reflection of the car's window, they added in Doc Ock creeping up behind Peter. And then when Doc Ock tries to stab Peter in the chest, they had Tom wear a patch of his wrinkled suit costume over his fractal suit in order to best capture the motion of the dangling necktie. Now, it was actually revealed that one original conception for the scene that they actually prevised out would have shown Peter fighting Goblin here, whipping the glider out from under him,
It's
causing
amazing.
Goblin to crash through a sign, and then the glider to hit Doc Ock. Now, Kelly Port oversaw
But actually, he
all the
did not
different
fight
VFX
Goblin
teams that worked on different
that
parts of
scene.
the movie. One of those companies was Digital Domain. They did a lot of the effects on the Multiverse Men and Happy's condo. Specifically, the shot when Sandman sits on the couch and tries to wipe the sand away.
Oh, sorry.
If you look closely on Flint's second wipe, he actually spills more sand on the
He's
cushion from his
made
own
of
hand.
sand.
And their footage also shows how the golden integrated suit created when Doc Ock returns Peter's nanotech to him was all added in VFX. Tom was actually wearing his normal Far From Home era red and black suit throughout the movie's final act, and for every single shot, they had to VFX the gold parts of it over him. But in this shot, where he perches on Goblin's shoulders punching him, in addition to the golden parts of the suit, they also added a bit of thickness to Tom's arm and his shoulders. I mean, the guy's already in great shape, but I think they wanted him to look even more aggro as he wailed on Goblin. And a fun detail here that I just spotted: when Electro summons the arc reactor from the other room, he's only able to do that so quickly before Peter's able to react because the fabricator had previously knocked a hole through the kitchen wall. I just like when gags early in the movie are repurposed later in the movie for actual key plot implications. Now, one last detail hinted by Kelly Port about Goblin's glider.
Glider was slightly adjusted to be as similar as possible from a profile perspective, but we did take some liberties and just design choices to improve it incrementally a little bit.
And you can actually see those design changes in the final fight. When Peter lifts the glider, trying to kill Goblin with it, compared to the 2002 film, they made this whole glider a bit smaller and thinner, something easier for Tom to lift and weaponize in this critical moment.
Wow.
But they also made the frontal blades a bit more retracted than they would normally be. Normally they stick out like 1.5 feet from the front of the glider. Here they just stick out a few inches, so that Toby could catch this glider and have this really close, intimate face-to-face moment with Tom without those blades stabbing him right in the face. Now again, huge congratulations to the entire crew of this film.
Yeah.
The VFX artists and animators,
Actually.
the costumers, the props, the stunt coordinators, the special
Superb
effects crew,
work.
everyone. Because the more we learn about all of your hard work, all the artistry that went in behind the scenes of this movie, the more reasons we find to love this film.
Yes.
The thing that New Rockstars person said at the end was actually very, very right, that the more we see about these movies, how they make the movie and how they make the VFX of these movies, the more we get amazed by it and the more we love these movies. And actually that is the thing, that when first you go and watch the movie and after that you see all these scenes and after that all the hard work, all the VFX that has been done behind it, it is actually amazing to see. Go like this, the normal scene of that guy talking to Tom Holland, that too scene has been shot digitally. So that just amazes me. Like, it was a simple scene of a person standing in a normal room where you could have people talking around him and he could normally talk, but even that scene was shot digitally. So that shows, like, if they have a focus and if they have like a standard to follow, they will follow it, even though if it takes a lot of time and even though if the fans have to wait a lot, but they will follow that standard only, and that standard has to be followed everywhere. So I can just say that hats off to this.
And I must say, Tom is an amazing actor. He does perfect at improvised scene and he does his own stunts, and I really liked him a lot, and his dedication to the work, to his role, to the movie was real as possible. And to be honest, I literally enjoyed the whole video, and when I watch these kinds of movie, I feel like that it is all fantasy and all, but after watching this I was like, no, it is not fantasy. It was seeing like that it is so real, and this is only because of Tom, this is only because of his acting and his hard work. And this guy deserve whole respect, and I have a huge crush on this guy. And yeah, definitely I will watch his all movies. I'll try to watch his all movies. And yeah, I love this video a lot.
Yes, all the breakdowns and everything was very well put up by New Rockstars, and also the wine ad was very creative, and also like, we can't buy or wine New Rockstars, but yeah, that ad was very nice. So if you guys like this video, do let us know in the comment section below, and you guys want to watch, what do you guys want to watch, do let us know that also in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe. Bye.
bye.